Here's a little for you Carly nuts out there. We recorded a whole album that never came out. After Tug of War, we did an album, and that included, like, she recorded Call Me Maybe, and she recorded Curiosity, which became another big single in Canada. But there was a whole album that was more along the lines of Tug of War. Like, she was starting to get a little more, like, into the production side of things. It wasn't as sort of straightforward production-wise as Tug of War had been, but it was still kind of folky. And we put out Call Me Maybe, and I don't have to tell the world what happened there. That one blew up massively. And then we signed a deal with Interscope. And I remember flying down to LA, and we had a meeting with Jimmy Iovine, who was the head of Interscope, and Carly Kessie from my company, who's still here, was there. And they were like, we need to record a new record, because Call Me Maybe was blowing up. It was already very clear that was going to be a big hit. And so they were already wanting to make plans. And I remember saying, like, well, we have an album. We've got a whole album that we recorded. I don't think we need to go and record, more. That ended up sort of falling on deaf ears. This is maybe a bit of a US major label thing, but I think they always feel like, if you're not working with well-known producers who everybody knows, it can't be any good. And so, I mean, to me, the ultimate that just goes to show why that kind of approach makes me crazy is there was a song that we recorded in that record that never got released called Curiosity. Now, what we ended up doing in Canada was releasing an EP. It's still up on all the streaming platforms. Well, I think we still even sell it physically here. And it was called the Curiosity EP. The song Curiosity in Canada became a huge hit. I think it was double platinum. And in the US, I was like, hey, we've already got a single. Like, we don't have to worry about making like another song. We've got another single. It's in the can. We've had market research in Canada. It's like a big hit. But, that's very much a US major label sort of state of mind. They're like, oh, no. We have to get it redone. It wasn't broken. It didn't need to be fixed. And all that ended up happening was he took a song that ended up being a huge single here and turned it into a kind of a mediocre album cut, as far as my opinion goes. Wasn't even a single in the States, which really makes me crazy. I mean, I really, looking back, wished we had just put out the album that we had recorded. But that also means, for you crazy Carly Rae Jepsen fans out there is unrecorded material or unreleased material. I still listen to it once in a while. I'll put it on just because I like it. Now, some of that came out on the Curiosity EP, but some of it didn't. So there are actually songs that I have on my iTunes from that unreleased album that nobody in the world has heard except me, Kessie, Carly, I guess Ryan Stewart, who produced it, and a few of our staff.